Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're very welcome, and if you're returning, then you're even doubly welcome. Thank you. So today's quote card of the day is, "You have the power to change the world." Sorry, I have my camera on reverse here and it's a bit different than what I'm used to. So I hope you enjoy watching today's video. For today's card, I'm going to be using a 5x7 card base, which I've scored and folded previously. And I've also cut out this piece of black cardstock. It's a 4 7/8 by 6 7/8 to layer on top. So I'm going to be working on the black cardstock. Now I'm using some of my beautiful Lavinia Stamps. I'm probably going to use Rory out of this, and this is the large Ariel. And I'm thinking maybe the Vine Flourish. And I'm also going to be coming in with some Distress Oxides. As most of you know, you can use the oxide inks on the black cardstock and the ink will show up, whereas the regular Distress inks just come out black. You don't see anything, basically. It looks like a watermark. So I'm going to come in first of all with my stamping platform. And popping that into the corner. And I'm going to start with the Ariel. So let's see. I want to kind of put her up there a little bit. And I may as well pop this little guy down as well at the same time. So let's see. It's just Rory. Maybe out there a little bit. That's it. So just pick them both up. And I'm going to be stamping them with the Versacolour. It's a white pigment ink, which should show up nicely on the black cardstock. So I'm just going to ink them up. Been a while since I've done anything on the black cardstock. So it's just nice to change things around a bit now and again and do something different for a change. And obviously the reason I'm using the stamping platform is I can come back in and re-stamp it, which I'm surely going to need to do. This isn't very... okay. Yeah, I'll give them another inking. Now I could go and emboss over this ink as well because it's actually a very slow drying ink. Not sure if I want to do that. I'll have a think about it. If I am, it'll probably be the clear embossing ink that I would use or sorry, the embossing powder. For some reason her tummy isn't hitting it where I want it to hit it. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that, and I've decided that I am going to use the embossing powder because it's going to help with this drying anyway. So I'm coming in with my clear cosmic shimmer. I'm just going to pop that down. Yeah, and that looks good. It doesn't look like it's hit anywhere that I don't want it because I hadn't powdered the card in advance. But anyway. I don't know how much of that actually stuck to it, if I'm honest. Maybe it had dried quicker than I thought, but... Yes, and it did indeed emboss it. I think you can see the shine there. A couple of the tips I don't think got embossed, but I won't worry too much about that. So I just went back in there with the heat gun and I managed to get the parts that hadn't melted first time. So I'm pleased with that. So next thing I'm going to do is I want to create some form of a background. And for that, I'm just going to come in and tear just photocopy paper to make a few hills. And I think I'm going to use let's see. I think I'm going to come in with the spice marmalade for that. Just gonna pop down that mat. Now I can wipe off the parts of her feet because of the embossed piece. See, if I just rub that there, it'll come off the part that was heat embossed. I should have popped down my glass mat really for this, which I think I'm going to do now. Okay, just makes it a bit easier for inking up, I always feel. Now the good thing about this is as well, I can come back in here and let's see, I can kind of create more hills in the background. And I'm not going to re-ink my brush, I'm just going to, I want it to be lighter, you know, to make it look like it's further away type of thing. There we go. And again, I can come back in and clear away the ink from them. So as you can see there, those hills look like they're in the background. And you know what? I'm going to come in and I'm going to do exactly the same again. I kind of like that layered effect. It's giving me a nice background, that. Yeah, that's very nice. And again, I can wipe my stamped images down, which is perfect, really, isn't it? So even if you were doing them in black, if you just emboss them with the clear embossing ink, you can come along and do that. You can create your backgrounds, and there we go. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to use my Vine Flourish. Let's just pop that out. Now a lot of these Lavinia stamps I've had for many years, you can see how much that's been used. And I'm going to come back in, I think, with the platform. Now, so just pop that down there. And like I was saying, well used, well loved. Maybe it's time for some new stamps. I know she has some beautiful ones, new ones out. I'm not going to put that into the corner. Going to pop it there. And there we go. Now I'm pushing it down a bit more because I don't want that stamp hitting the edge. It won't work right if I do that. So there we go. That's better. Now for this, I'm actually going to stamp using my Distress Oxide, which I don't normally do, but you can stamp with them. So it's the Forest Moss I'm coming in with there. There we go. And I can ink it up again as much as I want to make it as deep or as dark as I'd like. Just one more, I think. Perfect. Yeah, quite pleased with that. Now, because I want to move this stamp, I'm going to have to clean it between each use. Otherwise, I'll destroy my cardstock. Now I'm being careful lifting this because I don't have the corner to go back into, so I don't want the cardstock to move. Bring that up again. Just get it back in the same place. Yeah, and I think that that's okay. So again, I'm just going to clean that down. It's just water and my cloth. That's all I'm cleaning it with. Now, every now and again, I would bring these stamps into the sink with soapy water and give them a good cleaning. But it's obvious I haven't done it in a while. So I think that's something that needs to be on the agenda. And again here, if I hit Ariel, it doesn't really matter because I can wipe it off, the embossed part. Yep. Now I'm just coming back in and I'm rubbing over her hair. I think that's fine. So just want to make sure that that ink is dry before I move on, but I guess I can start on the bottom. So next I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm coming in just with a piece of tissue and I'm going to slightly dampen it. I just spritzed it with a small drop of water. And I'm just going to go over my stamped images. And with the Distress Oxide in the background, it will lift some of it up. So it'll just kind of brighten up around the stamped images there, yeah. Kind of just makes it a bit brighter around it. So next I'm going to come in and I'm going to use Faded Jeans. And I'm going to ink that up. And where's my paper? Just going to use that for my hands. So I just want to ink up the edges of it. Again, just want to run over my stamped images. Oops. I'm quite liking that. So let's see, where will we go next? I'm just coming in with a few pens, and I've got my white one. And I've got the shimmery. I can't find my silver pen. I think I need to invest in a new one. Will I have a go with the blue? I just want to make it look like she's pouring some magic down on top of Rory. So you can catch that when it hits the light, but I'm going to come in as well with the white pen, because I think that'll be visible at all times. And she's given him a little bit of magic there. Yeah, I think that's quite visible. So next what I want to do is I want to come in on her little wings, and I think I'm going to use the bit of purple. Just want to add a little bit of sparkle in there. As I say, she is a fairy after all. If she can't have a bit of sparkle, who can? Okay. I'm gonna see if I can go over their hair a little bit. And also, just a little slightly some down with those lines. And I'm gonna just pop a little bit of green here and there throughout those leaves. Just a tiny little bit of veining here and there, really. Now, some of that just seemed a bit dark and I wanted to brighten it up a bit. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So the last thing I want to do there is I'm coming back in with my card base. I'm actually going to leave this dry down for a few moments. And I just can't help myself. I'm coming in and I'm going to add a few little bits on Rory's wings as well. Only takes a second. So I'm thinking that that's had enough time to dry now. And what I'm going to do is I'm coming in with my, oh Lord, sorry, the brain is gone. my tape, and I'm just going to pop some of that down. And I think the white has framed it nicely around. It's a nice contrast. So it's just a card with the difference, really. For any occasion, be suitable. Put a nice sentiment on it. Could make a male, female card for anyone, really, and for any occasion. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. And as always, thank you for tuning in. And please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.